talk about the etudes.
Okay.
Okay, and then, right, and then we can, because if we get too far away from it, I might forget some things, right? So, hey, great. Well, let's talk about the first one. Really great, by the way. I mean, very fine work, really, on both of them, actually. So it's fantastic. Couple of just some details, all right, that you might consider when it's rather important because it's about differences. This piece has like some variations, right? In the theme, the main theme. You've got this one. You've got this one, right? Straight eighths, and then in these grace note things, right? So, and then this one, which is straight eighths, right? So, it struck me that this one sounds a lot like straight eighths to me. Can you, like if this, let's just start the piece once and see. Yeah, let me see how you play it to start with. Right, okay, so if it were eighth notes, how would you play it differently? If it were 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, how would you do it? Good, all right, so it's pretty close. The difference between the two, I would say, the difference between this and that which you just did is that the E comes immediately after. Ba-dum, right? Ba-dum, be-dum, ba-dum, 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 instead of ba-dum, be-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, be-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So, right? Can it be more short? You get it?
Okay.
You can hold the beat, but we have to, it's so fast. 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and right? Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So it is really practically a grace note, right? So it's a small thing, but it's kind of a big thing, right? So yeah, I think it right away. This is closer to this actually, you know.
Okay.
The difference. Well, this is still different because what is the difference, by the way? I mean, just looking at this. The difference between this one and this one.
I would think that this one is even shorter because it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What it was like.
Right. Okay. There's that, and the other thing that's different is that the second note is, you know, the principal note is a staccato, right?
Yeah.
So in that way, so this one he wants you to. I would say that's the main difference. Anyway, I don't want to be too pedantic about it, but let's try to get more 16th note feel instead of, because that's more 8th, yeah?
Yeah.
It's great, but it's not quite what he wrote. Okay. And people are picky about these things. The Chopin etudes, you know, they're biblical. So, you know, things have to be right? So it's not, yeah, it leaves itself for less interpretation for things like that, yeah. Sorry to be the one. Okay, can you try a little bit? That's so great. That's right. I would practice and do that. And then it's, yeah. Yeah, so, right. Okay, that's great. Thank you for doing that. I think that makes a big difference. And then, okay, really good. I had a similar feeling for the middle part, the E major part. I had a similar feeling for this part as I did your Ocean Waves, your last etude, in that I think the melody came through beautifully, but I didn't hear a lot of these notes. I could see that you were playing them, but can they be present? You know, they don't have to be prominent, right? But we should hear them as triplets, and you know, it can be on a different sound level, but it can't be vague, right? It has to be there. And you have awesome fingers. So I would work for a little more clarity in the right hand on that part. Can we try a little bit? it's headed, yeah, I would work on that a little bit, like that. And I know, I have a feeling that, how is it up there on the upper range of that piano? Is it hard to play? Is it muted at all?
I don't think so.
Okay. Good, all right. Yeah, clarity like that, even more if you can do it. The left hand is phrased beautifully, Devin. You do a beautiful job with that melody. I have nothing to complain about it. It sounds very lyrical, and it's phrased very sensibly, so beautiful, okay? And then there's more of that stuff on this, the A section comes back. Short notes versus straight eighths. Yeah. Hey, the coda, I want to go over this ending a little bit. I lost you on the phrasing of this thing. Can we play, maybe, let's do this. Let's play from here to the end, okay? And then we might go back and look at this a little bit. Let's play from there to the end, recap. Okay, yeah, good. So, really, that is nice. When you do this, sorry. Can we do that? Let me just hear it without much retard here. You take an awful lot of time here. Just for the sense of the phrase, so we get. Because I lost you in here. It was so much slower than the rest. Can we do, so we really feel that. Somebody wrote no pause in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Larissa do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of agree with that, and I feel like this is all a little bit paused. Now, look, I'm not saying that you don't have to play like a metronome at all, but maybe you should practice it that way just to get a sense of the phrase, right? Because I think it's distorted a little bit. We can't quite hear. So maybe anywhere there. This is pretty good. I like this. I love that voice, actually. And just a single note, but I love that. So anywhere here to the end. Maybe just right on. This is a hard place to start, though, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Okay. So maybe not quite as long so that I don't know where this A is in the meter, right? I know I'm being picky with you, but that's why I'm paid so much. Here, try it again. So that one you can't take that. What is it? Gosh, that's hard. So it's one of these, right? 2, 3. So it's two measures. 1, 2, 3. Fa, da, di, right? That's what I'm talking about. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 2, 3. Yes. Now I feel good here because I hear 2 4-bar phrases, and that makes my meter good, I guess. Look, it's wonderful. That's all I had to say about that.
Okay.
Beautiful. Good, Devin. And then the last one, gosh, again, I like the projection of the melody. It's fantastic. It's always clear, and it's very good. I like it it's very expressive. Everything about it, it's phrased well and everything. Again, I think that the 16th notes, we need a little bit more of them.
Okay.
Okay? So it doesn't have to be like a typewriter, but you have to hear them a little bit more. I'm not so sure you're playing them. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't be that doubtful. So make it clear. You're not going to get the clarity from me today, but from you, let's see, right? So let's take from the beginning. That's the idea. I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay, well, the
So be
timer-
careful, yeah, of course. Yeah, be careful when you do something different, right? But the clarity is better. But you'd have to practice it probably at slower tempos to get your body used to it. You know what I mean? Right. So you went a little further than I actually would have had you do, but it was sounding really good. So I hope we didn't break your hands. I don't think we did, but you have, yeah, right, be safe, right? And what you did was better. I liked the clarity much more, but you might have to work into it, These Chopin etudes they're kind of vicious, aren't they? I mean, they're not kids stuff. I mean, you can kind of hurt yourself with this stuff. It can be, so be careful, always. And so be gradual with with something like this. It's one of those things that you practice a little bit slowly and try for more clarity. And then your body adjusts to it, right? So you make these very fine adjustments about how much pressure you need to put on. When you do it like I just asked you to, it's a different mode. It's sort of an emergency mode of doing what you can to make it happen. But when you practice, you'll be nice to yourself, okay? Good. It sounds good. Are you okay? All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's have Beethoven. Is this the E-flat sonata or the Moonlight?